So I'm getting close to the Tonto National Monument now. Oh, it's supposed to have fee area here as well. I've got my pass, but nobody is here. No, it's probably at the visitor centre. And there's more cliff dwellings. Just have a look what they're like here. Going right into the mountains. Bumps. Okay, so now I'm at the visitor centre and there's a trail that starts from here. It's only a short trail, but it goes up this steep mountain here, or this cliffside, and it's exposed completely to the sun, and it's getting quite warm now as well. But look at these cacti, I just absolutely love them. So the elevation gain here to get up there is only 350 feet. It's 115 meters, and it's only a 1 kilometer walk. So I shall enjoy this and have a look at those cliff dwellings. They should be quite spectacular, really, in the cliffs. I've got to turn the camera around. It's much more beautiful to see the scenery here than me. Oh, there's probably dwellings in that mountain as well, up the top it looks like it. Look at these cacti. Oh, I still haven't looked up the name for them. And there's ocotillo as well. And this is part of the Sonoran Desert. So I've been in the Colorado Desert with very typical ocotillos, that scraggy plant. And the other one was the Navajo Desert. No, oh God, I forgot already. And this is the Sonoran Desert. And that obviously has a lot of these cacti, as well as some of these ocotillos and joyas as well. I've seen quite a few joyas. And those prickly pear cacti. Oh, there you go. I'm filming and looking somewhere else. That's the dwellings up there. And the overhangs. Stunning. I love that landscape. Right, I'm gonna walk up there and take more video from up there, closer. views are just too beautiful not to videotape it. Just how huge they are. Massive. And looking down onto Lake Roosevelt, the reservoir. Spiky little thing. I wonder what makes them branch out, because you see quite a lot of them that are obviously many years old. Don't know how fast they grow. They go straight up without any arms, and then you've got some that branch out and branch out and branch out. Some only one, others 3, 4, 5, 6 branches, arms, whatever you want to call them. Maybe it just shows the age. But then there's these huge ones. Look at that one. It's only got one arm sticking out. All these columns. I gotta find the name of this cactus. Can't help myself. It's just too gorgeous here. Lovely. It's a nice and easy walk. Goes up, up, up and up, but no steps. You can almost push a wheelchair here. Maybe a motorised one would be better. Look at the joyous. Lovely. All the way up. So this plant is called a banana yucca. I don't know why. Maybe because it grows in clusters like this. There's a sign. I'll read it later. And there's some of the ruins. Cliff dwellings. Really only walls. Didn't need roofs. Look at that one. So you can get an appreciation now of the elevation gain, even though it's only 115 metres. Easier than climbing a high rise, I suppose. I prefer a walkway than stairs. Look at it. And right on top of the rim, more of these cacti. Now here's a guard. Amazing. Oh, there's a ranger. I'll ask her what the name is of these cacti. Just wonderful. So this is the view of the people who lived up here in these dwellings hundreds of years ago. Obviously they didn't have the dam, so they didn't see the water, but there must have been obviously a river going through, and it might have been wetter and more fertile than it is now. And I believe in a lot of these areas, as the climate has changed, they moved on because of the drier climate, growing population, and not enough food source. Now, I did ask her what the name of them is, and I forgot again. Jesus. My short-term memory is terrible. Fabulous. This is actually one of the few where you're allowed to get quite close.
Feel free to walk all through so you can go up the steps on either side. While you're visiting, we just ask that you don't lean on anything or touch anything.
Will do. Thank you.
This dwelling here dates back about 700 years. It had 20 rooms total, so do imagine more second floor rooms as you're exploring the space. And if you have any questions, my name's Lindsay. I'll be right up here.
Thank you very much. So this was a multi-story dwelling as well. See, it still has the original timbers in them. Oh, those hardwood trees. Little doorways. Shelves. And an incredible view. So again, people lived here 700 to 1,000 years ago. And why they left is not quite clear. There's lots of different theories. Probably a combination of all of them. So you see where they had the posts for the ceiling in the wall. Obviously that steel structure wasn't there. It's now to help the wall stand up. But look at this, the windows. They had the timber to support the top of the frame. And that view. So out where the river would have flown, a lot more villages and other style dwellings, the ones that come off the ground, obviously the housing style dwellings, they would have been down there. And this would have been a special family's home. Same but different, just different perspective. So this ranger up there said that these cacti, obviously as expected, grow very slowly, and the belief is, they think or know, that they generally don't branch out until they're about 70 years old, and then they start branching out. They don't have to, but it just multiplies the amount of flowers they can grow on the tips, and that obviously makes it better for them to produce seeds and spread them. So we're looking, these creatures here, these cacti would be, I don't know, 150 and more years old. They are just massive, hundreds of years old, some of them. And they move in the wind, you can see it, but no doubt even if a bit breaks off and it settles in the ground somewhere advantageous, it might just grow again. A bit like the choyas that attacked me at Joshua Tree National Park. That's these ones, those bushy looking ones. They grow, the tops of them, so these little ball-like fingers, they can easily break off, but then they attach themselves to you or roll along and then grow. See, there's one that's just sitting there, so that's fallen off, but it's got caught in its own arms and branches. I don't know if that was a nest for a bird or not. Oh, what is that up there? Is that a dead bird? I think that's a dead bird. Maybe that was a nesting bird here, and it didn't make it. So different strategies for different plants, obviously, to populate. There you go. Tonto National Monument. So I just noticed this cactus here, it's obviously dead, and what's left is just its bone structure, so to speak. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? It's as if it had bones, proper bones. The dry, rigid part of the cactus that supports the structure. Amazing. And here we go, just a little bit of a close-up. Firmly anchored into the ground. This one split quite early by the looks of it. And just have a look at the structure of it. Growing another row, getting bigger. That's the bony one up there. And up 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 it goes. I just spotted another bird's nest here, perfectly placed in this cactus. And the entrance to the nest is here. I think it's abandoned at the moment. No movement or sounds coming from it, but it is autumn, so the youngs probably have flown out. This bush here is a Claw Acacia, and it looks very soft and lovely, but you don't want to get too close to it. It has these it doesn't zoom in, spiky and hard claw like thorns. I don't know. I'll try and take a photo, but because it's moving and there's not that many of them, but if you try to eat this, or no, it won't. I don't know if you can see the claws. They can rip your fingers apart, because I touched it before. Seed pods. And once again, these cacti. There's another nest in that cactus. And finally, I have the name written down as well. It's a saguaro. There's the sign for it. Massive. There's more names of the different ones. So Ocotillo that we know, the saguaro, the agave, lots of the plants that we see in this desert. Right, I'll stop filming now. Look at this one, grows like a tree, and then the cacti is hanging down like in a hanging pot, like a cactus Hoya. Not fabulous.